RCHUB International Foundation for Research and Education, and ISO certified.
So, very good evening for all the participants who are coming for the second day, and this is related with the techniques of XAI. So, before we start the techniques of XAI, we will roll back to the previous sessions. What has been yesterday we have been taken, and what is the main concept of coming this XAI? So, first of all, you should understand that what is the difference between AI? Once again, I'll go with the smart reback here. So when I go for here, you have to know that what is the difference between AI, Gen AI. I'm not going to spend more time, just I'm telling that what are all the things is there, and it is of XAI. And this AI is mainly focusing on traditional model. So what is the ultimate concept of AI techniques? So I can say that AI techniques, it's mainly focusing on in order to make a predictive model. A model which you're going to do with the help of a concept of predictive. So whatever the prediction you can able to do here, that is what the traditional AI model. And when I come for generative AI, this predictive model will be automatically generated, and that is called as a Gen AI. And when I come for this XAI, it is called as explainable AI. So you can understand that it is explainable. I want to give a brief descriptions in my coding, in my algorithm, so that the AI can establish a new concept with a predictive model. So this is what the ultimate three different concepts. Of course, in the last decades, AI was very familiar, especially from 2010 to 2020, AI techniques was very familiar. And we are not concentrated towards Gen AI. When you come for 21st, that is of 2020 onwards, especially in 2023 and 2024, this generative predictive model is there. Of course, once again, I'm repeating that I'm not going to take a class for any chat GPTs or any chatbot with an artificial intelligence, but this is mainly focusing on XAI, which is called as a explainable AI. So this is a short term. Is this XAI is needed or it will support for all? The answer is no. This XAI is only supported for the person who is a researcher who involved in the research, and it is not support the programmers who is going for a business kind of an environment in order to generate their applications or the model. So this XAI is mainly, that is 100% it going to support only for the researchers in order to develop their predictive model with explainable concept. So this is called as XAI. So this is, you have to understand the basic concept of XAI. So now I go to my presentation and you can see the presentation, what we have discussed in the last session. So this is what, once again, I'm coming just recapping. So today we are going to use this machine learning process with some predictive model or any other supervised algorithm, machine learning algorithms, or you can go with the neural networks or any prediction with the help of AI, traditional AI. But now this XAI is going to mainly focusing on new machine learning process, and it is just like a technology. I can say it is also a technology which is going to provide a new revolution in the research side. Suppose if you are a researcher and if you can generate whatever the output you want within a 10 minutes or 20 minutes using any ChatGPT tool or any research AI tool. But whether it will be accepted by the expert members or whether it can be accepted by all the committee members means the answer is no. It cannot be possible for us to accept it. It must be a new, innovated, novel ideas. So that must be novel ideas, how far our model is different from the others model, or what are all the drawbacks has been overcome from our model. So this is what about the XAI. And when I come for techniques, already you know that we have discussed three types. One, it is called as a line. So it is a local interpretable model of agnostic explanation. So the term agnostic means, which means that even the God can change anything. The same statements has been given here. So your model, which cannot be predicted, it is by God grace. We can say sometimes you used to say that it is by God grace. I do not know what God. I'm not mentioning the name of the God also. It is a God's grace. Like that, we can able to create a model, and that model will be taken output from the explainable thing. And that is what has been implemented in Python. And yesterday I have shown the demo with the help of Lime packages and IPython. And the next concepts today, I'm going to mainly focusing on this shapely additive explanations. I want to explain some content in a different format in order to make it very attractive, in order to explain the concepts. And this concept, it is called as shapely additive explanation. And it is also one of the techniques used in XAI. So normally we have three AI techniques. Among that, yesterday I completely focusing on line, local, and today now I'm mainly focusing on shapely additive explanations. And this is mainly focusing on game theory. It's exactly game theory, and it is mainly focusing on mathematical concepts also. So what is game theory? What is the ultimate goal of the game? It is to win. So game can be improved by step. What is my first step when I move? What is the opponent person is going to move? What is my second step? What is the opponent person going to move? It is all coming under the prediction model. So suppose one side the human is sitting, another one side is AI is sitting. If both are playing the game, the AI had to write the code in such a way that what are all the feasible solutions for the next move? And from that feasible solution, I want to generate the optimal solution. Which solution will be an effective one? So this can be generated with the help of a greedy techniques, or you can use a dynamic programming. It depends upon your level of understanding. If I say dynamic programming, what do you mean by dynamic programming? All possible solutions can be generated just to generate all the possible solutions. I think today's cyclone in Chennai. So what are all the possible solutions in order to protect the people? They will make a measurement, and this is coming under the possible solution. Among that, which one is very effective? That is called as an optimal solution. So this game theory is especially mainly focusing on greedy techniques, or if you want, you can use the dynamic programming also. And it's fully with mathematical concept. What is step one? Can be a tabular form, can be a tabular form of your data. Now I can see that in my, suppose I can see that in my classroom around 28 participants are there. Out of that, 4 are admin level, remove that 4 admin level. And 24, I'm going to start a theory. This is called as a game theory. Whether all the 24 participants are in, I can't able to predict only by problem I can able to make it here. So I can't, as a human being, I can't able to predict because we are using a lab. We are using in the Zoom app, so that I can't able to predict. Consider that I'm going to write a AI, explainable AI. How about the my partitions level, or whether the speaker, I have to change the mode of training. So there must be two advisable information has to be passed here. What is the level of the participants and what is the level of the speaker? If the participants get bored, it has been informed to the speakers that please change the mode of teaching. Or if the participants are very attractive in interacting, then no need to change the mode of teaching. You can be as it is. So this is what the game theory concepts. So how to estimate this? Of course, it is also possible. The person who is in the opposite, only by questionnaire, you can ask that, sir, you can get the feedback from them and you can get the result. Of course, everyone will give the feedback. Even in general, if you go for asking the feedback, no one say in the negative manner. They will say always in the positive manner to the most extent, whether they are listening or not listening. But at last they will come with, because they don't want to hurt the human being. That's what the formal way of giving the feedback. So I want to improve the level of teaching, or I want to improve the level of speakers. As a speakers, I want to improve my level of training. Then I have to get the data, how far the listeners are using. This is also a one kind of game where it is possible for us to predict the entire session, and I can give the suggestions to the speaker and also suggestion to the participants also. This is possible with the help of languages. And here also we are going to implement with the Python and with a SAP explanation. So this is what the explainable of the second technique, which is called SAP. And third technique, as usual, yesterday we have discussed, it is about explain like I am a 5. So what happens if the students are sitting here, if the college students are sitting here, or the school students are sitting here? I have to change the mode of training. If the participants are school students, I cannot able to go with a high level. If the participants are faculty, I can go with a high level. But if the participants are 5th standard students or 10th standard students or 12th standard students, I have to encourage them in such a way that I cannot able to go like a single man army shows. Just I can take a class and the participants can listen, and I cannot able to go that. I have to make an interactions. Since the participants are matured, so I can go in this way according to this level of training program. So this is what it is about LI of 5. So now I'm going to mainly focusing on, today we are going to mainly focusing on only on SAP with life. And this is called as a model agnostic. So agnostic, we can see that which is unpredictable. What is going to happen next? This is going to be predicted. Even in Insta Reels, you can see that. Suppose we are watching a Reels. Based on your mood, based on your mentality, the continuous Reels will be generated. Sometimes you can see all the sad Reels will be there. Sometimes it will be coming with the happy Reels. All those things, or it is coming under an XAI AI also. So this is the technique. So today, we mainly going to focus on only on SAP. That is what it is about an AI. So now you can see here, so what is the meaning of SAP here? It is of addictive explanation. I want to give more addictive explanation. How about my participants? What is the age level of my participants? What is the knowledge level of my participants? And what is the qualification? See, I'm thinking first factor is age. Second factor is gender. Third factor, it is of the qualification. The fourth factor is of designation. I have to consider all the 4 attributes in order to make that my training session is good or not. So these are all the parameters I'm going to use it. Now, I want to, when I come for this participants list, you can see that the age and the qualification and the designation of the participants. And I want, as a business, I want to improve the customers, and I want to improve the number of participants to come forward to my training session. So how I have to generate it? How I have to create the model such that I have to increase the number of participants in my training session. I'm coming with a general formula. So I have to create a predictive model. If it is with normal AI, I can go here with a normal traditional model, and I can go with a model so that I can take a class with videos, and I can take a class with audios, or I can make an interactive session, or I can give a feedback session. These are all the models which is coming for the traditional model. But that can't be done within 1 hour. I cannot able to come with a video for 10 minutes. If I come with 10 minutes, the entire 60 minutes has been lost here. Really 10 minutes with a video or 10 minutes with an audio, I don't think it is an advisable in the traditional model. So I have to go with the next model. What is generative AI? Based on the mentality. Sir, cyclone is Chennai. All the participants from the Chennai, and everyone is in the cyclone level. Now, can I able to take whether they are going to listen or not? It is also one of the parameter I have to consider. All those parameters I have to consider, and I have to make it very effective. Suppose what happens if the cyclone is a high level, all the power stations will be going on. Once the power station, whether all the participants can able to listen. These are all the parameters I have to consider. Now, if I come for the explainable model, how I have to make it very interactive to that session. I'm telling a real-time problem. How to estimate, this is a kind of a game. How many participants are involved, or whether the speaker is taking the class very effectively or not effectively. All those are considered. So I think the next generation is like that only. Hereafter, we can estimate the students' mentality also, or the participants' mentality, whether they are logically, technically good or not within a certain period of time. And we can give the suggestions to the speakers also. Already in China, they have been implemented. The students have to wear the helmet, and they have to listen the class, so that if the students are not attractive or not listening, it will be in red color. If the students are active participants, then it is of green color. From the helmet, all the data will be generated to the data set, and from the data set, it will be within a fraction of a second, it will inform to the speaker, and the speakers within a fraction of a second, they have to change the mode of training. This is already has been implemented with the help of say XAI. And it is all coming under the machine learning it is not with a traditional model. It is not with a generative model. It is with an explainable AI approach. As a participants, you can see that when we speak that the opposite persons are listening or not listening, we can easily able to identify by looking at their eyes and by the level of concentration. So all those things are coming under Shapely Addictive. And now I'll go here. This is what the thing. See, I'm a bank customer, and you can see that in a predictive model, I'm going to make it just a minute. I go back here. You can see here. So this is what a person's from the bank customer. He is going to create a model, and that model, I'm going to upload all the documents. Just a minute. I'll go for uploading all the documents, and it is going to predict that whether loan is provided or not provided. How far the loan is provided from the document. They will ask you to upload all the documents. Even if you go for an insurance also, we have to provide all the documents, and the photos will be taken, will be uploaded in the app, and it will be predicted model, and they will say that this much insurance amount we are going to provide you because of the damages or like that. Same thing. I'm going to upload the model, and it is giving 55% of the loan based on certain parameter. And this is the AI magic, which is coming here in the traditional model. So that it is only a traditional model. Previously, in the previous decade, they had created the traditional model of providing a loan or not providing a loan. This is not with the XAI, it is with the generative AI. So I want to come with an XAI. So what is the XAI? XAI is a game theory. How many ways I can go here? So input, I can pass the values, and complex number of outputs will be there. So which thing I have to take it here? So I'm having a multiple solution for the answer. Then that's what I told that. The input value, and you can see everyone is providing the output value. This is called as a feasible solution. For a problem, I can have n number of solutions. Or clear? That is not coming under the XAI. And you can see this is the one thing. Among the n solution, I'm going to provide a single effective best solution, and that solution, it is called as XAI. Of course, sir, whether the normal AI cannot able to generate the solution? Yes, of course, it will generate the solution. Among the generated solutions, we are predicting a model with a single predictions, and we can go here. That's what I told that the difference between dynamic programming and greedy techniques. So what is dynamic programming, which provides all the possible solution? It is called as a dynamic programming. Then what do you mean by greedy techniques? Among the feasible solution, I want to go to the first effective best solution, and that will be automatically detected by the AI with the help of eXplainable. And this concept, it is called as eXplainable AI. So this is the main concept of eXplainable AI. So you should understand that when a problem comes, I have to go with all the possible solutions. And from that solutions, I have to take the best effective solutions. And that solution, it is called as a XAI, and which is also, I can say that a greedy techniques. And you can see, this is the oldest method, which is used in the traditional AI, X1, X2, XM. Okay. Now you can see that my participants, I think the count number is 32. My participants count is today is 32. X1 is a 1%, X2 is 1%, up to 32 persons are there. And did all the persons are involving in this model. And I want to predict that. What is the level of my training? This is called as a prediction. Suppose if all the 32 leave out the 4, 28 participants just mute and they are doing their work. Of course, in my session, they are active. But I cannot able to understand whether the content has reached the participants or not. This is a one kind of predictions with the traditional model, And when I go here, suppose if 30% has been left here, 32, first it was 32. Now it is only 2% in my class while the end of the session. Initially, 32 participants are there. At the end of session, only 2 students are there or 2 participants are there. That shows that training is not more effective and needs to develop. And I want to retain the participants. So this is also a model, a psychological model, where I'm giving an explanation for this model. So you should understand that this model, suppose if all the number of persons are there, suppose today 32 and tomorrow maybe 56, which shows that the prediction is the training model is very effectively has been done here. Based on the prediction, based on the output only, we can say that whether the model is very effective or whether the model is not effective. So ultimately, the output is only of prediction based on the number of participants involved in this workshop, right? So this is what I think here. So this is a normal traditional method. I think the person who has learned artificial intelligence, they know the basic formula for prediction, and this is a normal summation of pi 1, pi 2, and up to pi m. So that is of each and every parameters I'm taking into an account, and I'm going to generate it. Just like asking a question by the doctor. What happened? What are all the symptoms you have? Please tell. The doctor is going, we are going to tell the symptoms. The same symptoms we can deploy it in an application, and we can give all the symptoms in an applications, and at last the symptoms our model will predict that what kind of diseases you are having. This is a traditional model. This is AI traditional model. So when you go to the doctor at once will give a measurement. At once they start the treatment. They will ask a frequent number of questions, which is pi 1, pi 2, pi 3, pi 4, pi 6, and they will make it a summation, and they will come with a classification, and they will go for a prediction, and at last they will say that maybe this is your disease may have here. I'm going to give this much antibiotics to you, and I'm going to explain. This is coming under the normal AI traditional model. And now we can see, now this is the one thing which is coming here. It is XAI. So previously, I'm just giving the information. This is the thing, this is the content, this is the thing is going on. And I'm going to make it summation. And this is called as a prediction model. And now I'm going to use the functions of f of x, f comma x. Each parameter, I'm going to give a clear explanation. Clear explanation. Clear explanation. Sir, I'm having a cold for this much days, and I'm having a sneezing for this much days, and I had a pain for this much days. So all the parameters, including explainable. Previously, it is just I'm going to pass the parameter. I have a cold, I have a sneezing, and I'm having a cough. Just stop. Just the three I'm coming here. But here, when I go here, same thing you can say that. I have listened the class, I'm just listening the class, I'm just mute the class, or this is a parameter. But I'm going to clear explanation. I have listened the class yesterday for 10 minutes, or I have listened the class for 5 minutes. Remaining 5 minutes, I went with the busy work, or busy in call, or busy in messages, or busy in some other thing. So this is, I'm going to give a parameter with an explainable, and I'm going to predict that. So there are both the things are that. Without explainable, I'm giving a parameter and I can able to predict is a one formula. And with an explainable concepts, and I'm giving a real brief description about the thing, and I'm going to implement here. And this is called as XAI. And you can see here, if I use this one. So this is the ultimate chart of AI, right? And this is QII refers, it is called as a quality infrastructure, and it is always research site. How far my application I have to design, and what methodology I'm going to use. And you can see that I have given all the papers of authors. So if you have a time, you can go through all the papers of the authors of the website. And you can see that what they're given and what's their description about Lime and shapes, regular values and qualities and samplings and path expectations, all those things. And at last, the summation, it is means that it is an artificial intelligence, a technique which has been used here in order to make the process of XAI. So this is the thing you have to understand. And now you can see I'm going to mingle line is a one part, and shapely regular values and sampling data we are going to take, and we are going to implement here, and with the expectation of path. So what is the output of the shape value? We are going to make it here. And these deep lift and relevance group, relevance property, we are going to discuss on tomorrow's session about deep learning, since your content is always considered with machine learning and XAI techniques and tools. And here also we are going to make it here with a deep learning, right? So this is the thing. Now, this is the additive features of attributions method. See, what is the difference between AI and XAI? Openly, I'm saying that. I'm going to search one songs, right? And just I'm going to give that. For example, any one song with a famous singer name, if you give it, that's enough. That's one part. And I'm going to give a briefly about the situation of the songs, and I'm going to explain the situation of the song with an attribution. These are all the attributions I'm going to make it here. Getting a shirt is just a normal elements. I want a black shirt with polyester with size M and with this with the size M with a cost of 10,000 or 5,000 or 3,000. And I'm going to provide the output. So these are all the things. I can get it in the parameter. In a traditional method, we used to get it as a parameter. But when you come for XAI, we no need to give the parameter. Just if you give an explainable, it will be generated here. And that is what it is about additive feature attributions methods here. So when I come for here, that's what the very important. I'm going to add a features. What are all the features I needed in order to make it an effective prediction? So what are all the contents we have to provide it? Why we are keep the class timing, workshop timing, it is 7 to 8 or 6 to 7. What happen if I keep 4 to 5? None of them can able to come and sit here with relaxedly because everyone with their official work. What happen if I keep 5 to 6? That's also a problem. 6 to 7, 7 to 8. So somewhat can be adjustable timing. It is of 7 to 8. So we have kept here it is of 7 to 8 as the timing. So all these are considered as an feature attributions of this method here. And you can see, so I'm going to pass the parameters and I'm going to make it as an attributes. Remember that attributes also I'm going to pass it. That is normally when you come for the programmer level, they used to call as a JSON concept, JavaScript object notations with a key value pair. Key value pair. So I'm going to provide a key and also a value. Search size is M. Color is black. So color colon is black. Size is M. So size colon M. Quantity is polyester or cotton. And the cost is maybe 2000 or 1000 or 500 or 100. So always a key colon value. That's what F comma X. So what is the criteria I'm going to make it? And I'm going to make it with the criteria and I'm going to solve these issues. So this is all the points which is coming under the AI technique. So this is the one way to assign the future attributions with the two properties. So one it is of F, another one it is of X, which is mainly used in this XAI. And you can see very important. When I use this attributes, suppose I'm going to say same thing. I want to go with here. What is the size? What is the age? What is the prediction? I'm going to give as a parameter. I cannot get an accuracy value. But when I go with an elaboration, which means an explainable content, then I can get the local accuracy. Instead of saying that some singer name and I want that song, I can say that this music director, this hero, this heroine, and this song I needed, which gives the more prediction with an explainable format. And this is the first very important point when you come for additive feature attribution. It is called as a local accuracy. So accuracy is very important. That's the first point we are using here. And second point, you can see that consistency. What is consistency? Whether all the data are clear? Yes. But now I can say whether all the data are clear? Maybe. I can't able to predict my participants because I'm not using any AI techniques here. I'm not using even a traditional AI techniques I'm using here because currently you can see here the number of participants is 34. So 30 has been sustained. So all the 30 participants are here. So I can say that 13 or consistency. If it is reduced and going and coming back and reducing and coming and back and going and coming back means then shows that there is some dilemmas in the participants level and the speakers level also. I'm not blaming the participants. I'm blaming the speakers. The speakers are not aware of the participants' control. So the speakers should change their level of attitude and change the level of training in order to make it the participants to sit and listen. So this is the important task for the speakers. So that is what it is called as a consistency. So this is the second point. So first point, it is of local accuracy. And second point, it is of consistency. And you can see here, the third point we can see here. So this is the 2 points you have to remember whenever you come for XAI. So one, it is of accuracy. And second one, it is called as a consistencies. So as a participants, what happen if I use my XAI in this application? Then you have to think that the level of participants. So this is what, in order to understand, it doesn't mean that I want to hurt the participants or the speakers. The level of understanding of XAI should be very clear. So that is what. So these are all the 6 categories we are using here for LIME, safety, regularized values. And you can see all these LIMEs mainly focusing on deep lift, relevance property, and path expectation. Whereas these 3 things are quality of infrastructures, right? Sir, why, where you are using this infrastructures and all? Yes, this application, you can see my screen. This application, it's called as a one type of infrastructure where you can see the speakers, audios, participants, chat, share, pass, annotate, cite, control, show meeting, more, everything on the top of the screen. It can be on the left side. The programmers can design on the left hand side also. The programmer can design on the right hand side also. So these are all a kind of a infrastructure which is related with the coding and they are generated here. Okay, the same thing. So you can see here, this is the two parts are there. In the previous part, you can see line, deep lift, relevance properties, and it has been included here. And here you can see it is about shape or shapely slamping and QIA. Now I'm going to make it here. You can see here. So you can see that this is about the second part. And when I come for consistency, you see here, if the number of participants has been reduced, sorry, I'll go here. I'm going back now, right? And now you can see here. So this is about here. So everything is mingled into SAP. That's a very important thing. I'm go back. Every line or shapely concepts, because explainable AI, all the things are mingled up into a shape, which means that a shapely explainable AI, which is used to go with the concepts. Now you can see this is very important. How far the prediction level? When you go for the prediction level, I want to increase my customer now, or I want to increase my participants now. How I can generate the AI? You can see here. So this is the base rate. Normally, I'm going to give a loan for 20%. You look at the diagram, then you can understand that. All the businessmen, all the research people can use this AI in order to make the predictions very effectively. Now, I'm going to use a certain functions with a base rate of 20. And now you can see, I want to predict for John. So normally when I come for prediction for a John particular person, it is 55% where the loan has been rejected. So how to improve the level? You can see here. How do we get that? So this is the one question we have to ask it here. And you can see if it is a base rate is this level, and I'm going here, age is equal to one of the factor. One of the impactant factor, it is also age. The person who is getting a loan at the age of 20, the person who is going to get the loan of age at the 40, and the person who is going to get the loan of age of 45, and the person who is going to get a loan of age of 50, all will not have the same value. So these are all the things you have to consider. If it is 20, you can get more amount because the life duration of a normal human being also calculated, which is coming under the prediction. And we are going to train the model in such a way that if the person's age is 20 and if the age it's also differ from the gender also, from male to female also it is differ. And now it's transgender is also there. So we have to consider the transgender. Now I want to design an application. Without a transgender application, I cannot able to generate it. So as per the norms, we have to go there. Then what is the criteria for them? Whether they are having the tax issues. Yes, of course, everything or should be considered here. So this is about the age. And you can see that what about the trading business? They are doing that much. What happen if it is self-employed? What happen if there is a business in it? What happen if the person is a private sector? What happen if the person is a public sector? So all the parameters which has to be given explainably, which x1, x2, x3, x4. Not only age, not only the designation, and as I said that the qualifications is also plays a vital role. Among all the category, you can see that at last I can go here and you can see that what are all the problems we are raising. I come back here once again. So base rate is here. Age consideration we are considering. Whether they are a daily traders or trade. Next one, I am going to open an account. And whether married or not, another one important issue is that, and whether they are having the child or not, and we have to consider all the factors, and then we are going to provide the result of what are the possible ways for generating the loan. So from this diagram, you can understand that what a clear explanation I'm giving here with the help of AI. So if I want to create an application on loan, suppose I'm going to create a loan application for my research or for my application, even the business person want to create it. So what they can do it, instead of training the model with AI, they can go with a clear explanation of each prediction level, just like f of x, x1, x2, x3, such that the prediction of these applications will be very effective in order to go for the prediction of loan. What happens if the age it is 50? Consider that the same problem I'm going to give it. The person is going to apply a loan for 50 at the age of 50 and private sector. I'm not talking about he's working in the public sector. I'm talking about the person who is working in the private sector and what is their role will be of. So all these things will be considered in the sample additive explanations values. So these values will be considered here. So that's what we can see here. The line will always shadow to the shape, and this is the line objective. So when I come for line, yesterday we have seen that all the functions which has been generated with here. So this is all you can see here, the loss function. What are all the losses for the functions of line will be overcome here with a kernel specification and a class of interval model, a linear model, where I'm going to generate the model with the help of line objects. And you can see this is about the regulation of G. And actually, when you show that it is omega as of asymptotic notation, when you go for this is somewhat more technical because of best case or worst case or average cases. Three types of cases are there in an asymptotic notation: omega, big O, and theta. So this is coming under the omega, which is of best cases or worst cases or average cases. We have to go through that. So asymptotic notations plays a vital role here in the line objectives here. So whether my application it belongs to worst cases or best cases or average cases. So everything can be generated with here. And that's what now I told that this is an application. Even now we can see that somewhere there's applications is there. It is also a freeware which consists of 3 points, as I tell that. Whether the patient has a cough, whether the patients have a fever, whether they have any congestion problem, all the treatment model can be, we can able to go with the treatment model. If you are familiar with the treatment priorities, and I can go here. And this is also I improved consistencies, which make it very effective when you give a clear explanation. Instead of asking 3 questions, instead of asking 20 questions, we can able to predict it. Not giving the answer by asking the 3 questions, we can able to ask 20 questions or 30 questions among that, and we can able to estimate what is the problem is going on, and we can able to go for the prediction. And this is all coming under it is called as a improved consistency with human institutions, right? And this is what about here. And you can see we can have a different priority, priority 1, priority 2, and priority 3. I have not given all those things. It takes more time for me to explain, so that I have given in a short term. Priority 1, what happened? Priority 2, whether it is, that is level of diseases. For example, if you go for cancer level, they will use to say level 1, level 2, level 3, and final destination or final critical level. They used to say that it is a critical level or level stage 1, and now we are in initial stage, so that we can able to take the treatment by asking the question. So this is all coming under the improved consistency with the human institution level. So now we go for the problem. So I'll take one sample example with the help of same Python only. Since Python is very familiar for machine learning languages, including machine learning language is very important. So the person should need something aware about the Python. That's all. As I said, we no need to download all the data set and we have to upload the data set in our coding, or we have to upload our data set in the database. We no need that. Just internet connectivity is enough, so that you no need to download the data set and keep it in your folder. And once again, you have to go to your model. That is the old fashioned, which is called as a traditional AI model. So if you use the like that, that is a traditional AI model. But now what happened? Everything is available. Wherever you are, of course, you are going to download the data set from the Haggle or UCI repositories. So wherever you are going to download your data sets, we no need to download. We can keep the data set there itself. From that, we can able to invoke the data sets and we can predict it. That is the one advantages which is coming on the XAI. So as I said, see, it is a SAP is a framework which is used to interpret the output of the machine learning model, which is used to interpret the output of the machine learning model, and also how each feature contributes to the prediction. And also it can see the important features of making the prediction also, even the complex problem. So what is the, in general, I can say that once you, suppose you are going to do a research work and you are downloading a data set from various websites and keep it in the folder, and you are giving this data set as an inputs to your model, and you are coming with an output. This is old traditional AI model. What I have to do now? No need to download. Just you give the repository's address. From where you have to take data set as an input. And we can go for the further process, and we can give a clear explanations within a short span of time with a different types of output in order to understand the concepts. So this is what XAI. Among that, yesterday we have seen about line, and now we are seeing about SAP. And now I'm going here with the program also. See, so I want to create a model. Now I'm going to create a model, and this is a data pre-processing and feature engineering. Already I have one data set, right? So I'm going to explain here. So Shapely, additive explanation. And here I'm going to use a data pre-processing and future engineering with the coding slide, right? And we are going to make a category of feature of sex and also the data set, which is split into a training data set and testing data set, as usual. I think the person who is familiar with machine learning, they know that. Training and testing. So what do you mean by training? What do you mean by testing? I'm sitting here. You want to take all my photos of 360-degree level. And if I come there, it has to match some portion and it has to check that whether it is the person or not. So this is called testing and this is called training. So all those things can be done here. So now I'm going here. This is the first thing. We have to install the website, install XGBoot of SAP of Pandas. You can see what all I'm going to import. I'm going to import SAP, Pandas, sklearn, and IPy. That is of intelligent Python widgets and matplotlib I have to install here. So I'm having the code here. Just I'll show the code and you can see it is in the notepad. So I'm having the code already I've done and you can see that this is what I told that XAI which has been using here. I'm going to use this UCI data repositories instead of download it and I'm going to upload it to my model and I'm going to take the parameter, what are all the parameters I'm going to take it here. The length, sex and the ring, I'm going to, what is the ring size or height or volt weight and all those things I'm going to take it here. And this is about a data pre-processing, right? So I'm going to take a data, everything is predefined. And this is, you can see here, all the comments I'm converting the sex to a numerical to the hot encoding. And I'm going to split the data set. See, these are the 4 parameters I'm going to split the data sets in order to make it a performance matrix. So only the person who is interested in research, they may know something about these things, about the training models here. And you can see this is about the progression model has been given. And this is about here. And I told that already, I told there is a one concept which has been implemented. It's called as a JSON, which is called as a Java script object notation key value pair. So I always have to give the explanation in terms of key value pair. And this is what the concepts I'm going to use it here. Now how to run it. Okay. So now I'll copy this code, but I'll go here and I'll copy this code. Since I need to make it installation, I'm not done in my systems. Let me check what is the thing is going to be happen here. So now I'm going to take it command prompt. And as usual, initially you have to check it is of Python hyphen version. And you can see the version. Now I'm going to paste it. So now I'm going to install, see automatically it is installed going download. So net must be very frequently so that it will download what are all the necessary packages is here, right? So once it has been downloaded, you can see all the old version, everything will be installed. Let me take time. Before that, I will go with the code. And I have the code here. It is of S3 about Python and I have stored it in the Py file. So I'm going to open in ideally, since if you want to use, you can use a navigator also, no problem at all. Anaconda navigator, you can use it here. And I'm going to open the same file. I'm going to open here with an environment, right? And file open, right? And I'm going to make it here. Right. It is in 2000. And you can see the code, the same code. And here I'm including the parameters, which is from the database of machine learning languages. So that if you want, you can copy and paste it and you can check it in the website also. This is the data set where I have not download the data sets here. Right? And come to the coding. I'll go for the coding now, and then I will explain the next concept so that you can see here. So this is about the link I have prepared, and the next code you can see, this is for waterfall plot. So there are various levels of that. Waterfall plot, this is the one type it is called as a waterfall plot. So it will be displayed in the form of waterfall, right? Anyway, I'll copy the code so that you can see that. I'll copy all the code. All these command lines, as symbol is always reposed as a command line in Python. So I'm going to copy this code and I'm going to add at the end of the line in order to show the output, right? So I paste here and now I'm going to save. and I'm going to run the model. Before that, I have to check whether all the things has been downloaded or not. Yes, it has been downloaded. Right now, let me check. It may be a problem also. Let me run the module. So I'm going to run the module. Right. It takes some more time to make it run the every contents here. Let me check whether it produce error or it's going to be display the outputs. It takes some more time. Anyway, before that, I will come with the code and I will explain, and then we can come back to the output screen here. Is there any problem? I have to check it. So as of now, no problem, right? Yes, we got the output. You can see here. Have you seen that? So I'll make it zoom here. So this is the output I got from the screen so that you can see here. This is the rating of where the data set has been taken from the internet, and it has been displayed here with a waterfall model. So this is called as a waterfall plotting. How to plot this one? No need to worry about the code. Everything is available, and you can see they are using a one package. It is called as a SAP packages. So with the help of SAP packages, we can easily make our research model in this category. So this is what about the waterfall model. Now I'll go here with the next concepts, and I'll go with one more so that I no need to go with the other thing. Next one, it is of a SAP post plot. Of course, I give everything about the descriptions. When you got the PPT, you can underline that why it has been used, what is the purpose of utilization. So always you should understand that, sir, I may not know this model. You no need to worry about the model. What you need, first you decide and use the SAP packages. Search for the SAP packages and implement the concepts. So this is about it is about the post plot. So I'll go with the next one. It is about post plot. I'll do with the two things. Of course, four things I have given in the code. If you want, you copy and paste, and I'll surrender the code also to you so that you can run and you can execute it here. So now I'm going to paste here and I'm going to save the same thing, and you can see here, nothing is there. I'm going to add here save values and save dot explanation. This is the two keyword. As of JSON concepts, we have implemented the two keywords and we are writing here. So I'm save this file and I'm going to run it, this module, and you can see that it takes more time to process. Let me wait for here. It takes some more time to generate the outputs, right? Timing it will be taken, right? Anyway, we go here with that next thing so that once the output comes, I will show you. Yeah, I think it's came, right? So this is a one model which is coming under waterfall model, right? Waterfall model. And this model, now you can see this model, it is called as model, right? So this is the next model which has been discovered with the same different types like that. Just I copy the code and paste it. I have not done any coding, anything is there. Everything has been produced by this SAP with the help of JSON concepts. So this is the model which is coming here with the post plot. Similarly, if you copy, I will go with that. Anyway, I don't want to waste your time. I am just going here. If you go with the stack force, once again, the output will be generated with the different shapes and objects, the same code, just you copy and paste it, and last, and if you run the code, once again, it will generate a different types of output. Also, the very important thing is of output here. And next one, it is of mean plot. So SAP with mean plot, only this one line, SAP dot summary of SAP values, comma, X dot tags. And if you want to go here with SAP what? Bishwaram, this is the one of the plot here. So you can see all the 6 plots are here. One, it is of water plot. Second one is post plot. According to this problem, if you want to go with a different problem also, we can go here. This is second. This is stack post is third. And main plot is fourth. And Bishwaram plot is fifth. So this is all the things is coming under the plotted. Okay. So these are all the things you can understand. See, very simple. Don't think that, sir, I do not have an idea about SAP or I do not have an idea about method. No need here. What you needed in your output screen. So this is your data input set. You had a data set. You have find out the data set and you want to show that what is the output of the data set you wanted. So you no need to write an algorithm. Just you can use the SAP values and not also to make the output. So this is what very important when you come for here. So this is about the SAP. The next thing, once again, I'll go back with the techniques. So yesterday I have come with line, and today I'm coming with safely additive explanations with the help of Python only. And tomorrow I will go here with either a partial differential plot or I will come with a XI5, which means that explainable IM5 with the concepts of tomorrow. So these are all the concepts is there. And as per the syllabus, you can see that the next heading it is used here, it is called as a techniques used in XAI. So first one, it is model specific. Look at here. This is coming under model agnostic method technique used in XAI. So here the agnostic means which is of going with the God grace like that, the technical term. So based on the grace, it will be output will be determined. That is called as a model agnostic method. This is first approach where we are having a line method, sharp and partial difference plot. The second one, it is of model specific. As usual, decision tree. When you come for machine learning, most of them used only a decision tree for a classification. So when I go for classification, how to classify your problem, that can be done with the help of decision tree or rule-based model. Whatever, if I want the features should be only with this 5 or 6 concepts or 7 concepts like that. And next one, it is of attention mechanisms, where how it is going to make a input from a different sentences like that. So this is all coming under model specific. So one, it is called as model agnostic method. Second one, it is called as a model specific method. And you can see third one, it's called surrogate model. These are all the models. See, I'm just exploring all the islands which is available in XI. So whichever the island is needed, you can go here. The next one is of counterfactor explanation and future importance and sensitive analysis. Very important it is. Now it's going on here with the sensitivity analysis. How far the persons are sensitive, how far they are very sensitive in their proper manner. So all those things can be generated with this thing. Techniques used in XAM. So this is the techniques used. And next one is of tool. There are various tools are available. I'm not going in-depth concept, just I'm coming with the over. Yesterday, we have seen some of the tools. And one tool, it is called as an Alabi, which is mainly used in the Python library. It is open source, mainly used for XAI. And another one, it is of IBM AI explainability, 360-degree. And yesterday, we have discussed about the Google WhatsApp tool. And SAP today we have discussed. Yesterday, we have discussed about Line. And next one is of Interpret ML. And tomorrow, we may go with the LI5. And last one, it is of Captain. So these are all the possible tools of XI. So automatically you have to understand XI means explainable and JSON concepts key value pair. Instead of saying an answer in one word, I want to give a brief explanations about the problem. Then it is maybe solved here in the XI tool. So with that, I think I can stop this session and so that I can stop the session of here. So yesterday we have seen about line. And today we have seen about the today we are seeing about the SAP. And tomorrow I may go with the XAA or I try to come with deep learning. So 2 days we have discussed about only of machine learning. So with that, I'm going to stop my presentation. And I request the participants, if you have any queries, you can ask it. Any queries? Is there participants? Yes, I'll come with the messages. Sorry. Yeah. Sir, we can implement in XI in our program. Yeah, is it possible? Possibly. Yes, Kavita, is it possible? We can implement in our program also. But what is the one thing is you check whether that SAP packages is available in Python. I'm very confirmed because I had worked on that. So that only I'm saying that SAP is very comfortable in Python, but give me some time, better today. I will search and say that in tomorrow, whether this R program has the package of SAP. We need a packages. So if you come for Python, that's what a Python is very popular nowadays. We can implement the Python. Since SAP packages is available, all the methods are available. It is very comfortable. But give me one day time. I will search for R programming, whether this app is implemented in R or not.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, as you said, I have the techniques we have discussed like climb and shape.
Yeah.
For which kind of application we need to use what kind of algorithm? For an example, let me take a crop yield prediction on example.
Yeah.
For that, what kind of algorithm? Because we have many algorithms as we have discussed today.
Yes. Yeah.
What kind of algorithm or what kind of technique should we need to apply for the application? like a crop yield prediction. Many things are there. Like
See,
you may
what is the
uh,
you are asking a very big question. The answer
okay.
is it depends upon the problem which is involved. For example, if you say crop prediction,
Yeah,
normally what we will say, we will download the attributes from the data set and we will upload to our model and we will get the exact output. Is it right?
yeah, correct, exactly.
Yes. But
Uh,
now what if you use it in Python, the
uh,
SAP packages, okay,
okay, okay,
you have to provide the SAP packages with a clear detail. What is the
okay,
length? What is the attribute? What is the leaf? Even for a leaf also, what is
okay.
the thickness? What is the chlorography or something parameter? I'm not
Mm-mm.
clear with that, but anyway, I'm
Yeah,
saying approximately
yeah. Tell me, sir.
with a key value pair. With a key value pair.
Okay,
Instead of giving one question, I'm going to ask 20 questions to you.
okay,
Okay. And all the 20 questions should not be in a single word. It should be a
okay.
descriptive format. Sir, the leaf thickness is this much, the chlorophyll is this
Uh,
much, the damage is this percent. Like that, we have to give in the JSON format.
okay, sir.
So what is the problem is we have to write an algorithm as a researchers, right? But here the SAP is providing all the methods.
Okay,
The SAP will provide,
okay,
I'll show the code. Once again, I'll share the screen and I'll show the code so that you may get a clear idea about
okay.
here. When you look at the code here, can you able to see my screen now?
Yes, and right now I can.
Yeah. I'll come with the code. Then you can understand that why we have to come with SAP. I'm saying that. In the
Okay.
coding part, you can be very clear. Yeah, now I'll come with the code part. And you can see here, first I'm saying that explainer is equal. Can you able to see that course plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
You can
yes.
see that save dot explainer of
Oh,
model. So
uh,
your concept should be what model I needed. You can go there.
okay.
Similarly, you can see that save value is equal to explainer of, I created already one object. It is called explainer. You can see my mouse, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
now
yeah.
I'm going here, explainer dot x text.
Okay, test
So
file.
that will be stored in the save value. If you want Y test also, you can go and you have to check that what are all the different types of tests that SAP is provided
Okay,
in a Python package.
okay, sir.
If
Like the
you
way you showed for plot.
what are all the if you go through the methods, what are all the methods? If you go through the SAP packages, they are
Uh,
providing a lot of methods. Only thing is you have to pick which method and which thing is needed.
okay,
Depends
fine.
upon your problem, you have to go to.
Okay.
So
Based
this
on
has
trial and
been
error.
provided by SAP so that we no need to worry about the explanation. Everything will be provided by the SAP itself.
Okay.
Are you clear with this now?
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm saying, that in the traditional model, we have to write everything. Is it right or not?
Yeah.
We have to
eh,
create a function and we have to write everything.
Yeah.
But
True.
when you come for SAP, it automatically, there are a lot, SAP consists of more than 600 modules.
Okay.
Okay, the time you have to take it. See, if you come to my kitchen room, there is a lot of data are there, lot of methods are there.
Okay.
You want to find out, sir, I am going to prepare coffee. I need to take sugar.
Yeah,
Of
okay.
course, sugar and salt are same. If you
Yeah.
take the parameter of sugar and salt, it will be same. Is it right or not?
Yeah. Color same.
By looking the color, by looking the
Uh,
property, by looking everything, it will be same. How far you
yeah.
are going to pass the different parameters such that the AI has to
Different.
pick the salt and or sugar. Suppose I'm having a AI robot in my home. I'm
Yeah.
asking robot, please go and take white color with a round cell with this much diameter with this much thing means the
Uh,
AI will take both the salt and also both the sugar. Is it right?
yeah. Correct, sir.
So I have to give a clear description in my parameters such that the AI will take the exact salt
Prediction.
or sugar.
Sure. Okay.
So the condition is you have to go through all the methods. Even every coding you go, everything is predefined method. You can see here, if it is an instance of save value, comma, save explanation, then do this one.
The why I'm asking is because, as you said, the technique uses game theory concept, right? That is
Yeah.
game ones. So that's what I got confused whether it can be
Well,
applicable to all the
yeah,
applications.
it can be. See, game theory means what is the thing? What is my next step move? What is my next move?
Okay, fine.
What is the next move? Right? So my goal
Okay.
is towards winning. Here also the same thing. My goal is towards the output of prediction.
Right, done. Okay,
You
sir.
got it?
I got it now.
Okay.
Now got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Any other queries, please? I think some of them are messaging me. Yes. Any other queries? I will come with the queries. Is any other packages, sorry, just a minute, is any other packages needs to include in the segmentation of medical images? Give me a chance, man, because I'm not aware of all those researchers. Since a single person cannot able to go with all the type of researchers. Anyway, give me time. I will check it here whether it is. You can search with that also. Go with the SAP packages and check whether there is any medical segmentation of medical images. I think it's that. OpenCV is provide a lot of for your ideas. I think you can go with the OpenCV tool with the including of SAP so that it will be best advisable to get the methods. That's a suggestion for Ilakya, I think so. Anita, can you suggest any more real world examples of SAP? Yes, ma'am. We can come with a SAP also. You check it in the Google. Just you put a SAP tool or SAP website. You can see a lot of things can be shown in that website. And they've given it is a paid version. For some extents, we can use it as a free. And for something, we can use it as a free. And something you have to go for the paid version. Right? So this is an answer for Anandi and Kavita. So what kind of plot is better in our research? Anything specific like that? No. See, who is your targeted person, whether the committee members or your supervisors or the research peoples. So think that how it is established.
Contact RCHUB International Foundation for Research and Education. WhatsApp 9888 231 231.